everyone, it's time for new TV favorites for August 2017. Now, I haven't been watching too many new shows. I've actually mostly been focusing on finishing shows one after the other. So instead of going back and forth between like 5 different shows, I've decided to focus on watching one show at a time. I'm literally going down my list. I'm like, all right, watch this, now onto this, watch this, now onto this. It's been quite fun, actually. I enjoy that. Although every time I finish a show, I'm really sad that it's done and I'm like, oh, it's done. So I'm not super excited to move on to the next, but then I move on to the next and I really enjoy the next one, and then it ends and then I'm like, oh, it's over. I'm sad again. Anyway, and so on and so forth. But I do have some shows that I've enjoyed in August that I wanted to talk about, of course. So let's start with Midnight Texas. Now, this is a summer show on NBC, which is based on a series of books by Charlaine Harris, who also wrote the series of books on which True Blood was based. The series follows a young psychic, Manfred, who is told by the ghost of his grandmother to go to Midnight, Texas to seek refuge there because he's being hunted by someone. And there he finds this community of people, and more specifically supernatural people, who have created this sort of safe haven for each other, so they protect each other. But a lot of stuff does come their way, so lots of drama and craziness ensues, but it's quite entertaining. There are definitely ships to be excited about. And of course, I love the supernatural, and I love when it kind of mixes all kinds of different creatures, including like vampires, witches, werewolves, angels. I mean, they have it all, and it's a really fun summer show to watch. So I've been enjoying this month. Next is Into the Badlands season 2. Now, I talked about Into the Badlands in my previous TV favorites for July, but I had only watched season 1, and now I've finished watching season 2, so I'm up to date. And you know, I had heard some people didn't really like season 2 of Into the Badlands, but I personally really liked it. I love this show. And I think what happens for me in this show is that I love the characters so much. I love this world so much that I just enjoy watching stories take place there. When I was watching the show, I kind of felt like I want to spend some time in the Into the Badland world right now, and they kind of took me on this ride. And not every show can do this for me, but for some reason this one really got me. I mean, it might not have the same effect on everybody. For some reason, I really, really, really love it. If you haven't seen it, really, please watch it. Next up is Orphan Black. Season 5. I finally finished Orphan Black because I had gone way behind this season. I didn't watch it until it actually had ended. So, you know, watched the final season. The series is wrapped up. It's all over. And I really loved it. I was very satisfied with how it ended. It's such a great show. I mean, if you haven't seen Orphan Black yet, just start from the beginning and watch it all. The performance alone is worth watching, seriously. Next up is Dark Matter season 3. Now, this is kind of bittersweet because Dark Matter was just canceled by Sci-Fi, so that means we won't be getting anything new, and the worst part is that this season ended on a cliffhanger, a pretty good cliffhanger too. I've been talking about this show for a long time. On Happy Cool with America, we talk about it a lot because we love it so much. And I finally caught up to this last season, and just a few days after I'm literally done with the season, they're like, yeah, it's been canceled. So right now they're doing a campaign to try and get picked up by Netflix or another network. So, you know, hopefully that happens, but God, it was such a good show. I'm really sad that it got canceled. Season 3 was pretty great, so I'm just excited that at least we got 3 seasons of the show. And finally, last up is Game of Thrones. I mean, I realized that obviously I've been watching Game of Thrones, and obviously I've been reviewing it on Happy Cool, and it was like a whole thing. It like took over my life, literally. I haven't been doing anything else but talking about Game of Thrones for like 7 weeks. But I never actually added it to any of my favorite videos. And I'm like, yeah, obviously Game of Thrones is a favorite show that I was watching this August. So yeah, Game of Thrones season 7. Wow, that was intense. I loved it. I mean, I'm just really sad it went by so fast. And now we have to wait like 2 years for the next season, which is really upsetting. But the good news is Outlander is starting now, so at least, you know, the pain is not as bad because, you know, I'll go from one of my favorite show to another one of my favorite shows, so it's like, well, at least Outlander is here now. But, you know, which by the way, I am reviewing Outlander on my channel now, so, you know, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet so you don't miss those. But yeah, Game of Thrones was amazing. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything, so, you know, but yeah, I was loving it. And that's it. That's all I have for this month. But of course, as always, I would love to know what you've been loving this August. So let me know in the comments. What did you discover? Share. Also, I've been having a really hard time, as you have probably noticed, coming up with ideas of what videos I want to put on this channel, especially now that I was done doing my Doctor Who reviews, and also all my other reviews are done, although I guess Outlander is now coming. But is there anything that you wanted me to do, anything that I've done maybe before that you'd like for me to keep doing, anything else that you'd like me to talk about? And let me know in the comments, because I'm just not sure right now, so I need inspiration. So there you go.